Do hair loss chewables work? Recently, Hims launched a hair loss chewable. It's the first time that I know of that a chewable medication like Hims just launched has become available. And there's some things that I like about it and some things that I don't like about it. But before I explain all of that, I want to say first off that I am a direct competitor to Hims. We sell Locklab, which is an oral medication which contains some of those same ingredients which are in the Hims chewable. If I thought that the Hims chewable worked well, I would have told my friends, like one of my friends, Caleb, just texted me and told me that he's on it. And I was like, dude, you really need to switch over to Locklab. And recently, another friend of mine, Alon, he called me and we were talking about hair loss, and he actually got on the medications that are in Locklab, but it wasn't Locklab. He was already on 5 milligrams of oral minoxidil and 1 milligram of finasteride and taking some biotin as well. He was already essentially taking all of the ingredients. So did I tell him he should switch over to Locklab? No, I didn't. I told him, dude, you're already taking this stuff, just stay on that. But my friend Caleb, who was on the chewable, I absolutely told him he should switch over to Locklab. Now, here's the reason. First off, Hims only has 2.5 milligrams of oral minoxidil, but that's not the main reason, though minoxidil is dose dependent in its effectiveness, and we have 5 milligrams. But the main reasons are that I don't see any benefit whatsoever to a chewable. Now, finasteride cannot be taken sublingually. Sublingually is like where you put it under your tongue. So it's not good taken in the mouth. Even Hims says that you're supposed to chew this medication as fast as possible and then swallow it. So you're not supposed to like savor it in your mouth. You're supposed to like really quickly chew it up and then swallow it. So I don't understand the benefit of chewing the medication versus just swallowing it. Like, why would you want to chew up this pill that doesn't taste very good before you swallow it? But I think there's this sort of catch to that people think, oh, I'm taking a chewable, it's not really a pill, and so they feel better about it. And I've noticed that from a few different people. Now, minoxidil sublingually, which is taken under the tongue, there is some anecdotal evidence saying that that does work, but at the same time, there hasn't been a lot of research done on that, and chewing and keeping something in your mouth for a long time. Minoxidil causes like extra blood flow essentially, so like the potential side effects from that I think would be potentially more. It could be more, could be less, but why would you want to do something like that that hasn't really been studied very much at all? You know, both with chewing up finasteride in your mouth every day and chewing up minoxidil in your mouth every day.
I'm a witness to this and experienced this a lot myself. We're hungry for something different. Since I started losing my hair and I jumped right into it and dove into it and didn't have a lot of resources at that time, meaning not financially, but you know, there was no internet, I think, at that time, which is kind of goofy, but you were always, even to this day, anytime there's anything new in regards to how to treat hair loss, male pattern balding, female pattern hair, all that stuff, just sign me up. Let's take a look at that because it's different. It's kind of cool. And I think that they've kind of caught on to something because it's probably got a lot of people checking it out thinking, well, maybe there's some advantage. I mean, we're all hopeful that they're going to come out with something new at some point that's different than just what's out now. And even though I'm a huge fan of Locklab and everything inside of it, and the pill for me, orally, systemically, is definitely going to give you the best results. There's no question about that. But if you're going to, I guess, get someone that says, I don't want to take a pill for whatever reason, I've heard that a few times, not a lot, but I'll take a chewable, then there you go. But other than that, I don't get it.
Yeah, so the thing that I like about the chewable is that at least it does contain oral minoxidil, which I do think is the much better way of actually using minoxidil versus putting it on topically. But another one of the issues is actually, I saw that Hims is not allowed to sell the chewable in all states. So Hims is licensed for the oral medication in all states, but they're actually not able to. They're not licensed in a few states for the chewable. And I think that's because there's just been so little research done on taking these medications as a chewable. So that concerns me as well.
I don't know of any evidence from a clinical study or from anecdotal studies that have anything to do with these hair, oral medications via chewable. The only time that I've ever even got involved with chewables is if the patient can't take a pill. They have some sort of fixation or, phobia for swallowing a pill. So I guess something's better than nothing. But, I would agree. I don't think, other than gadgety or something different, I don't think there's any value to it.
If you do want to solve hair loss in the simplest, most effective way, then the best possible way to get started is to go to locklab.co, take 1 pill a day. This is the most effective treatment for hair loss that exists, in our opinion. And from there, you're really on the path to making hair loss history.